covering the Northern Bahamas. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Tonight, we feature the contributions of a Grand Bahama man who has served in two major spectrums of society. He has officially retired, and while he is well known for his work with the youth in sports, he has the distinction of working for both church and state. Sabrina Brown has his story.
Reverend Lindy Russell began his journey in Christian ministry in 1976. After a long and fruitful career, Reverend Russell retired from full-time ministry as pastor of Mount Zion Baptist Church in 8 Mile Rock in January, after serving in that capacity for 12 years. He believes he has made a significant impact in the lives of many.
My foundation has always been ministry. I see whatever I do as ministry. I know what God called me to do. I was never confused. We are celebrating 52 years as a church. So over the years, there are many persons who made contributions. So one of the things he allowed me to do is to recognize families and individuals who made enormous contribution to the development of this church. The very last one I did, which was my intention, was you see the picture down there for Reverend Dr. Jones, who was the pioneering pastor of Mount Zion Baptist Church for more than 40 years.
But his career was not all spiritual. Reverend Russell ventured into politics in 1987 when he ran on the Free National Movement's ticket in the West End constituency, but was not successful. In 1997, he entered the political race once again for the F&M, this time in the 8 Mile Rock constituency. Russell won 2 consecutive terms before closing that chapter of his life.
I had 10 years. I thank God for 10 years I had in politics.
The religious leader and former politician also had challenges with his health, including a major stroke which he overcame. Russell shares his plans for life after retiring from full-time ministry.
What I'd like to be able to do is to continue my contribution to the community, what I've always done. And so I thank God for the opportunity that He provided for me in that regard. I work presently with Mr. Fred Delancey at Toll Educational Center. We started an organization 25 years ago, which we work, so that will never change.
Reverend Agatha Martin has assumed the post of acting pastor of Mount Zion, and Reverend Ken Russell is the assistant.
I know we've made the right decision, and the good thing about these two individuals, we can miss a beat. Everything will be consistent, and so the impact will continue, has already continued. I bless God for and pray God continue to strengthen them in that regard.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Now, there are a number of activities planned in honor of Reverend Lindy Russell. On Saturday, April 21st, a banquet will be held at the Social Affairs Convention Center at 7 p.m. And on Sunday, April 22nd, an appreciation service will be held at Mount Zion Baptist Church in 8 Mile Rock at 3 p.m. And now it is time to Ask the Doctor.
Hi and welcome. Sarah from Freeport asked, I've heard about this vaccine they're giving out to teenagers at the clinic and that it helps them prevent some cancers. What kind of vaccine is it, and does my son need to get one? Thanks for such a timely question, Sarah. The vaccine that you were asking about is the HPV vaccine. HPV is short for human papillomavirus. It's a group of viruses in which some types can cause genital warts called papillomas in both men and women, while other types can lead to cancer, especially cervical cancer. HPV is transmitted through all types of sexual contact and is considered to be the most common sexually transmitted disease by the Centers of Disease Control. The virus can be passed on even if the infected person does not have any symptoms. If infected, you can even develop symptoms up to years later. Getting the vaccine is important because it can protect both men and women against genital warts, as well as cancers of the cervix, penis, anus, and throat. The CDC recommends the vaccine for boys and girls ages 11 to 12 so they can be protected before they even are exposed to the virus, for young women up to age 26 and young men up to age 21. So, the next time you visit a doctor, please discuss vaccine options for your child or your teenager. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Stay with us. Ricardo Lightbourne is up next with a check on sports.